Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm Makiyah Michelle. Today we have another Safe Place for the Pretty Girls episode. In today's episode, I'm telling you guys everything I think every girl should know, and I'm giving some advice to my younger self, things that I would go back in time and tell me, but since I can't, I'm telling you. So let's get into it. Y'all know I always do my makeup as I'm talking through these videos. Honestly, I don't think the past few videos I put my makeup details in the description box, but today I'm definitely gonna put it down there. Also, I'm getting a lot of questions on my content quality, okay? One thing about it, it's always in the description box. So if you ever have any questions about that, look down below and girl, read. Y'all, how are all of my girls doing? Y'all know I always ask. I hope you are doing absolutely amazing. So the first thing that I wish a younger me would have known and paid more attention to and just done a little bit more is be selective. Not only be selective with the friends that you let in your life, that's always super important, but also be selective with the relationships and the people you choose to be involved with. For one, I say friends because you spend so much time around those people that you want to make sure the friends that you have in your circle are people that you can learn from, people that motivate you and have a positive influence on you. I feel like when you're in high school, college, etc., especially if you're still in your hometown, it can be a little bit hard to do this because the people around you are probably people you have known for years, and you're just used to those same patterns. But as you get older, it's definitely super important to be selective of your friends and people who are going to be in your space. Now, when it comes to being selective in relationships, I think this is something that women do not learn until they've been through something, and I want to tell you it before it happens to you, okay? Be selective with who you choose to get involved with. It's not a game. To you, it's doing it for the plot, and for him, you're a trophy. I think lots of women do not realize that just being a beautiful girl and talking to a man is enough to stroke his ego. You want to be very careful with which man's ego you are stroking. Especially being a pretty girl, there are so many men who literally just want to get next to you because you're beautiful and they want to experience someone like you. Lots of times people are infatuated, it's lust, it's things like that draw people to you. And that is why you have to be very selective and careful with who you choose. Some men deserve to just be fans. That's it. You walk into an art museum, right? You see beautiful art. What does it say? Do not touch. Okay, do not touch. Admire the beauty from afar. Some people need to admire your beauty from afar. They don't deserve to get up close. They don't deserve to touch it, experience it, feel it, but literally just look at it. Leave them as fans. Be protective of yourself. Be protective of your mind. Be protective of your energy. You should literally be treating it like money. You're not going to spend it everywhere. You're going to keep as much of it to yourself as you can. Okay? You do not need to be giving out donations to everybody. Keep it to yourself. Enjoy your wealth. Live in it. Settle in it. Feel it a little bit. Don't be giving it to everybody. Your love is very valuable. Your love is not a game. Your love is not something to be played with, and neither are you. This is literally one of my most important selects for today's video, and I made sure I put it in the beginning because if you're not going to watch anything else to know anything else, definitely know that. You want to make sure these people around you have your best intentions at heart, and not only have your best intentions at heart, but are good influences on you as well. So keep yourself exclusive, be selective with your energy, your mind, your power, and your heart. The next thing I'd like more women to know is that a wise woman once said, nothing at all. Silence is definitely a response, and most times it's the best response. I definitely get that sometimes, especially when you feel tried, because who are they be playing with you? But I do definitely think that sometimes it is better off not to say anything at all. People are already going to have their own idea and perceptions of you that has nothing to do with you. You could have done everything right and somebody else will still perceive you as wrong. That is because other people's viewpoints, perceptions, perspectives have to do with their own internal thoughts, their own past decisions, past experiences. That's what shapes our view on the world. So somebody can view you in a way that you never ever portrayed to be. When I was younger, I definitely misunderstood the idea and the message that somebody else's perspective of you and opinion of you has nothing to do with you. But as I've gotten older, I've been in situations where, somebody is thinking and believing me to be somebody I have never portrayed or claimed to be. None of my actions ever showed that. You simply thought that of me because of what your life experiences have taught you, and also because of how you view yourself. You can tell people who you are until you go blue in the face and they're still going to believe what they want to believe. I'm not depending on people who don't even like themselves to like me. Because let's clock that. Let's clock that. Of course you don't like me. Of course you hate me because you don't even like yourself. You hate yourself. Not y'all, but them. So I've taught myself when to stay quiet and when to advocate for myself. There's a balance to everything in life. We all know that. So there's times where you need to do a little bit of both. But at the end of the day, I know me, and I also know that whatever somebody is saying about me says a lot more about them than it does about me. And with that comes our next point of you have to know who you are, okay? As you grow into an adult, you have to relearn a lot of things. Some of the things our parents taught us are not things we want to move forward with. What are your own morals? What do you believe in? Do your own research on the world, because sometimes the things that you've been told about the world are not true. Do your own research, make your own judgment, and be you. Learn who you are. You don't want to be somebody that's easily moved and goes wherever the wind blows them. What are your own views of the world? What's important to you? You want to know what you like and what you don't like, and that's definitely something that life will teach you along the way. I've been in certain situations, certain positions, certain predicaments that I'm like, that will never happen again, okay? That was just totally not me, and it's not happening again. And it's literally okay to say never again. I also think it's really important to know what triggers you, what trauma you have. These are things you want to learn. If you don't have control of your own triggers and traumas, somebody else will. So definitely make sure you can learn and identify those things. You can do this by going to therapy, doing self-reflection, journaling. I also think a really good way to know who you are is getting back to your own childhood hobbies and things like that, because those are things that you naturally grew to love from a kid. So they tell you a lot about you. I'm somebody who loves to experiment, and I think naturally that teaches you a lot about yourself, because you can find out what you like and what you don't like. Honestly, I'm just starting to get a point where I'm like, wow, life feels so me. Everything that I do really aligns with who I want to be. And that took a lot of experimenting to find out what it was that I wanted to be and what it was that I liked. And it's just really empowering to know yourself to a place where you feel very unshakable and nobody else can tell you who you are. Oh, too much blush on the nose, girl. I look like Rudolph. It was giving Rudolph tease. I'm gonna have to put some concealer on top of that, girl. And also, you do a lot of learning about yourself when you surrender to the ebbs and flows of life a little bit. You know, see what you naturally gravitate to. Allow life to teach you things. That's what's going to show you a lot about yourself. I think sometimes we carry so much resistance to the nature of life. Life is naturally a very fluid thing, and sometimes we hold so much resistance to it that makes it hard for us to learn those lessons. But the things you like, you'll naturally gravitate to. You'll naturally have a pull to it. So pay attention to those things, because that's your body telling you what you like. Naturally gravitating to something is not anything you can think about. It's what you naturally flow with, what your spirit naturally loves. Now we can get into another one of my favorite points for this whole video. With knowing who you are comes acting like you know who you are. With any and with all of the girls watching me, I want to make it a point to tell you, do not shrink yourself or compromise yourself for anybody, okay? You do not shrink yourself to be more digestible and palatable for other people. Absolutely not. I love people who are themselves to the max, okay? The maximum capacity and version of themselves. Honestly, I think that's what I do every day. I treat myself kind of like a little avatar. I do my hair, I dress myself up, put on a cute outfit, do my makeup, do my nails. All of that is me expressing myself to the max version of me. Be yourself to the fullest capacity, okay? And I think for women especially, society teaches you to naturally dumb yourself down. They try to confine us, and that is absolutely not okay. Break out of that, and as soon as possible. In fact, that's a form of people pleasing. And honestly, women are taught to people please from such a young age that it can show up in so many areas of our life. But I've seen so many women who do this, dumb themselves down, shrink themselves, are super nice, the nicest girls you'll meet, okay? And get walked all over. And so I'm constantly rewiring myself and rewiring my thinking and pointing out my people pleasing ways to myself so I can stop that shit, okay? One thing I have been told since literally, I've been told this so long, like, I want to say, like, my early teens is that I look bougie. Guess what? I look bougie and high maintenance because I am. I am bougie. I am high maintenance. The rumors are true, okay? And I'm glad that you can look at me and see that I'm bougie and high maintenance so you can leave all the bullshit away from me, okay? Get that shit away from me now. As I've gotten older, that is something I've learned to embrace, because you know what? It plays a role in keeping me safe. Yes, I am high maintenance, so when you come to me, don't come to me with nothing less. Why would I pretend to be anything less than what I am? What does that get me? I don't think that gets me anything. I'd rather be myself and then have people feel however they want to feel about who I truly am, rather than pretending to be somebody just to be liked by others, which, like I said before, half those people don't even like themselves. Why am I pretending for you? Oh, no, baby. That's not going to work. You have free will. You can always say no. You can always decide when something's not for you, okay? Yesterday's price is not today's price. You can reinvent as many times as you want to, and you can remember who you are as many times as you need to. and then act accordingly. All of us have something in us that cannot be replicated by anybody else. What you have cannot be emulated by anybody. Be true to you, be yourself always in every aspect. And honestly, I'm somebody who's always trying to find more ways to express myself and express who I am. Because when you're falling in love with yourself, you naturally want to find more ways to express that. Do it in your clothes, do it in your hair, do it in your nails. There's literally outlets everywhere. My last thing that my hand is shaking. It's the coffee, girl. That caffeine literally be having me shaking in my boots. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I need to get a handle on that. The last thing I wanted to say is be in tune with your emotions. I was recently talking to somebody and I was telling them energy never lies. Energy never lies. People lie, energy doesn't. Okay? And when you have a bad feeling from someone, that is not something that your conscious mind is thinking about and processing. Okay? That is your body having a reaction to that person, the energy around them, and whatever it is that you're feeling. That's your body having a reaction. You cannot tell your body to have that reaction. It's naturally doing that. There's something that your body is having a response to, and the way that you can process it is that negative feeling that you're having. So be in tune with your emotions and listen to them. The next thing I want to say on that point is you are meant to feel these emotions and let them go, okay? Emotions are not meant to be stored. When you do store emotions, for me, I know it presents as breaking out. My skin be going through it. Breaking out, anxiety, feeling fatigued, all of those things are connecting to the stress that my body is feeling internally, and that is how it presents itself in the outside world. So with that, I say to feel your emotions and let them go. I also think, so before I used to spend a lot of time in isolation, and yes, isolation can be great in so many ways, but there are also negative effects that come to that. And for me, it was when I would isolate myself for these long periods of time, I'd be so deprived of connection with other people that I would jump into connections that were not good for me. And had I spent the time that I needed around family, friends, etc., I probably wouldn't have jumped into a lot of those toxic situations. So now I've learned, instead of just isolating, better ways to express these emotions that I'm feeling internally. So for me, this could be working out, going on walks, journaling, self-reflection, like I said before, also therapy, just ways for you to get those feelings out. Y'all know I am very pro journaling, but I know a lot of people, journaling just doesn't work for them. Sometimes it could be too time consuming. For me, when I don't have access to a pen and paper, I actually will it'll happen when I'm driving most times. I'm driving, I'm thinking, turn on my videos, turn on my voice notes, turn on the camera, something, and literally just start talking to it. Just letting those things out. That way I'm not, telling everybody my business and oversharing as soon as they ask me about it, because I'm getting it out when I can and when I feel those things. And then you just move on. You can delete the tape, you can do whatever you need to, and move on. But there are so many positive ways to express yourself, your emotions, and whatever it is that you're going through. You don't always have to do it in isolation. I used to think that was the only right way, because when I was younger, somebody told me I was going through something, and they told me that if I was going to continue to be sad, they couldn't be around me. And that is actually what made me start isolating myself. And I clearly took it too far. It was very extreme what I did. I would literally not talk to my friends for months. So sorry to y'all if I ghosted y'all. But that is just what somebody told me. So I always thought I didn't want to bring that negativity around other people. And honestly, sometimes your friends are there to fill your cup back up when you're feeling low. And y'all, when I say they told me this when I was sad, I'm not saying I was sad every single day. This was literally one circumstance that I was sad. Like, I've never been somebody who is just a sad girl, okay? I'm not always sad and going through things. It was the one time that I was, and that's what was told to me. And after that, I said, yeah, okay, I want to share this negativity with people. Let me keep it to myself. And that did a lot more harm than good. So, again, be selective with the people around you, baby, because I was not the right person around me. Clock it. So, yes, definitely take some time to find a way of expressing your emotions that works best for you. And also know it's mind over matter, okay? You can always grasp a control on those out of control emotions. And, babies, you want to be the girl that crashes out. Okay, clock it. You don't. You don't want to be the girl that crashes out. You don't. Okay, it feels good in the moment. A week later, it doesn't feel so good. I'm embarrassed on how I was acting. It's not fun. Okay, you don't want to be the one crashing out. Please get a grip. Get a grip. Get a grip. Get a grip. Gotta make a point. Okay, I see a lot of videos about crash outs. It's fun in the moment. It's not fun afterwards. It's why did I do it? Why did I act like that? That's really how it feels afterwards. It's not tea. But every now and then, you got me fucked up. Period. Anyways, okay guys, so that wraps up this Safe Place for the Pretty Girls episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. That will show you the behind the scenes of every episode. And also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other uploads. With that being said, I love you all and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.